Good morning, afternoon, or evening. You may delete as appropriate. My name is Chad Landman. Welcome back to Landman EDC. I believe Sensible Prepper here on YouTube said it the best. He said light is your #1 security tool. Well, if that's the case, these are some really nice security tools. We're going to talk about 4 new Olight models here today, including one that you're probably not going to expect. So let's talk about it. My name is Chad Lemon and I talk about knives, tools, and EDC items on the channel here. And if you find value from what I'm doing, please consider subscribing and liking the video. I don't have a membership program, but I would let you buy me a coffee. You can check those links below to send a one-time gift my way. Every dollar gets reinvested back into the channel. Thanks for being here. Now back to the video. All right, so Olight was kind enough to send us over a couple of flashlights, actually 4, to check out, and I am very, very excited about this. Olight has been great to the channel. They've been wonderful, and I just really appreciate Louise and the team over there for sending these my way to check out. But here's the thing, Olight has a sale going on right now. So if you're watching this September 16th to September 20th, 2024, the sale is going on right now. If you caught this video on the first day that it's there, you're gonna get 20% off of almost any of these lights, as well as a lot of the lights on their website. And so make sure you go and check that out. If you're in the market for a good flashlight, a good quality flashlight, buy once, cry once kind of stuff, this is the time to do it. And I'm not just saying that so I can sell you a couple of flashlights. I'm saying it because these are the best that Olight has put out. And I know because I've had a really good relationship with Olight for a number of years now. So I'm really excited to talk to you about a couple of these. We're going to start off with the Arkfeld Pro. Now you may notice this one's got a little bit of like art to it. Well, this is the paw edition. And me being a cat and dog lover myself, even though I'm not really allowed to have one, allergies, this is really cool because they will donate $5 for every light sold to a local animal shelter. And so this is the Arkfeld that you know and love. And I say you know and love because actually this is the first Arkfeld that I've ever actually put my hands on. I take that back. I've seen them in stores and whatnot, but I've never actually owned one. Here's the thing, I'm not going to own it for very long because this one is going to be given away to you. And so all you've got to do is make sure you're subscribed, make sure you comment or like the video rather, and then make sure you comment down below on what you would use this light for. Tell me what you think about the new Arkfeld. Tell me what you think about Olight. Tell me what you think about, let's go ahead and say what the best, if pineapple should belong on pizza. I've asked that before. Does pineapple belong on pizza? You can comment anything you like, but I'd love to know what you think about this new Olight and how you would use it. And so if you live in the United States, the lower 48 that is, I can ship this for free. But if you live internationally, if you pay for the shipping, I will be happy to send it to you. This light is a $100 value. Its MSRP is $99.99, but it's going to be on sale for $80, $79.99. So let's take a look real quick. This has got a 1300 lumen bulb on the front, but it's also got a light and a laser. And so you can see on here this really nice tactile switch. And it's got a really nice little click to it as well. You hit that laser and it is a really good laser, and it's one of those green lasers as well. And so you can also switch it on the fly to the white light. This is going to be a white light. It's got a 1300 lumen max. And so I'm going to show you a little bit. I'm going to preface it here. This is going to be on all the lights, but in our church auditorium, you can see the measurements of how we have got a very high ceiling in our auditorium, and it's it's the most expansive space that I can think of. And so I went in there at the dead of night and tried to record some stuff and look at how the lights look, and I'll put those on the screen here for you. But this is how the Arkfeld Pro here, this exact light, fared on that. And so you can switch between these modes right and left. Now the UV light, you may think, well, what in the world, why would you want a UV light? Well, UV light is good for a lot of different things because you can actually check dollar bills, anything over a $20 bill. I believe it's maybe even a $10 bill actually. They actually have, you can see the strip in them really easily with a UV light. But also you can check bodily fluids, and you can check hunters. If you're a hunter and you want this, they've got some really good designs. I know you may not be fond of the actual design on this one right here with all the artwork and stuff, but they've got some really cool versions of the Arkfeld Pro and Ultra that are like OD green, black, and using the UV light, you can actually check for bodily fluids, like if you've shot a deer or if you went hunting or something like that. You can check for those in the forest as well. It picks them up really good with this UV light. This is an excellent EDC light. You can see how slim it is right there. It's got these ribbed features on the side to give you that extra grip. It's very small. It's got a stainless steel switch here on it. And of course, like I said, you've got that little switch that you can toggle back and forth between the modes. It does have magnetic charging. And I will say, for ease of use, let's put that on there. It actually even works, even though it overlaps just a little bit. But for ease of use, this is the easiest charging system on the market. I don't know about convenience. Here's the thing, and I'm going to say this about all of our lights today. Actually, I'll just say it about this one because all of them charge the exact same way. But you've got they ship with a USB-A and then the mag charging. Now, this is just like a 1 meter cable. I mean, it's not terrible. But everything that I own, and I think I said this on the live stream when I was talking about these, but everything I own is USB-C. Everything from my MacBook to these cameras that you're watching on, everything that I own has a USB-C port on it or charges via USB-C somehow. Now, I'm a big fan of the Baton the Baton 4 Pro that's got the charging case that charges via USB-C, but you still have to have the charging case because it plugs in via USB-C. So unless you have this one right here, this little cable right here, you might be out of luck if you want to charge your thing. So on some of these right here, you've got exchangeable batteries, but for the Arkfeld, you don't have an easily exchangeable battery. You can exchange the battery in it, but this is not easy to exchange. It does have a 9 milliwatt laser, a 900 milliwatt UV light. It's made of this hardened 6061 aluminum. It is, they tout that it is 2 times stronger because of the way that it's been treated and hardened and stuff. So it's 2 times stronger. It's scratch resistant. Very, very nice on this light. And it only comes in at 4.19 ounces. It's 4.72 inches long. Of course, that battery inside is a 15 milliamp hour battery. It is waterproof IPX7, so that's 1 meter of submerging into water, which is also very, very nice. You've got a black bezel here with these 2 lights. You've got one being the UV and one being the white light. And last but not least, it comes with a 2-year warranty. And so you can claim that if this happens to break on you as well. This is just maybe the ultimate little EDC light. And again, I'll be giving it away. Make sure you comment below, make sure you're subscribed, and make sure you like the video, because likes, it only costs you 1 click. It only costs you like 2 seconds to do that, and it really drives people to the video and to the channel, and I appreciate your support. Moving on. This is, and I'm not even gonna try to pretend around it, this is my favorite of the bunch. I'm a huge fan of small flashlights, and this one is pretty small, coming in at just 3.2 inches and 3.2 ounces. This is the Baton Turbo. Now, this is what's considered an upgrade to the Baton line. And you notice here, it's got a little bit of a thicker circumference. And then, of course, it's got a beefier end where you get to the bezel and the lamp assembly here. You've got a really nice stainless steel, and you saw those green lights pop up. On one side is your battery level. The other side is the lumen level. So you've got 4 levels of lumens. You've got, of course, moonlight, low, medium, high, and then you can double tap for max, but then you've got a battery level on the side. So anytime you turn it off, it shows you the battery level. Anytime you turn it on, it'll show you the lumen level, and I've got it halfway up at medium here, or low rather. And then I've got 75-ish% battery. Really nice. It charges the same way with that magnetic charger, and you're going to have a little LED right here to show you green or red whether it's charged or charging. You've got a reverse pocket clip that is excellent for hats. Put it on your hat. I think I did that in the live stream video that I showed you just a couple of days ago talking about these lights, and you can actually put this on your hat. It's a really nice reverse pocket clip. You've got this anti-slip. I really love the machined aluminum kind of grips on Olights, especially their batons. They've kind of experimented with them a little bit, but I just really enjoy that. Ergonomic wise, it's the best feeling flashlight that I think that Olight has ever known. It's very small. You can see here, I'm gripping it in my hand, very small at just 3.2 inches. But it's got this really deep reflector. Now, I don't think you can see that on the camera all that much, but it's got this really deep reflector. This bad boy does 1,000 lumens at 510 meters. Now, to put that in perspective for us Americans that are watching the video, 510 meters is 1,673 feet. Put that in perspective, that is 4.5 football fields of throw from this little 3.2 inch bad boy right here. That's pretty amazing. And it's got a very pinpointed, it's got a nice big aura around it. And I'll show you this in the video. I'll show you this a little bit in the auditorium and give you some throw distance things. And I'll show the distances of how big the room is and how big the ceiling is and everything like that. But you've got a really awesome long throw on this, but it's not very big. So this is more of a pinpoint kind of spotlight, not a huge, you're not going to be lighting up in everything in the entire world with this. And so I think this is a really, really neat light. This has got an 18350 battery in it, but you've also, that one's rechargeable. You've also got the opportunity to use a one-use CR123A battery in it. And so you can actually just take that out like so. It screws off the bezel, the lamp assembly right here screws off. You can take that out. It's just got the lamp assembly right here. And you pull out that battery, put in your new battery, and you're off to the races. And so really convenient if you want to bring some CR123A batteries along with you. Say you're going out on a hiking trip and you're not going to have the ability to recharge this, but you can always bring just a battery bank that has a USB-A on it. I really wish they would upgrade these to USB-C at least, because everything I have is USB-C. But I do have battery banks and they do have USB-A on them, so it's not that bad. But again, just a tad more convenient. But this right here, honestly, is incredibly simple. There's no trying to plug it in. And they maintain, here's an interesting thing about these lights. They maintain water resistance and submerge assistance because they don't have those little bitty flaps or those little bitty doors that you have to peel open to put USB-C on the battery, or excuse me, on the flashlight. Now, for USB-C ones that are on the battery itself, you can just take out the battery, screw this off, take out the battery, literally plug the battery into USB-C and recharge it that way. It would still maintain its water resistance and waterproofness of IPX7, or excuse me, IPX8. So these are IPX8 waterproof. It would still maintain that, but at the same time, there's nothing that's going to get into this. You can submerge this to 2 meters and it's still going to stay on. It's still going to operate normally. It's going to be sealed essentially. And the only thing you're going to have to worry about is rust on the metal bits. And so really wonderful Baton Turbo. Check it out. The MSRP on this one is $59. That's actually a really good deal for a really high quality flashlight like this, $59, but you can get 20% off, $47.99 on Olight, and the links that I'll provide down below in the description. $48 on this light over the course of September 16th through 20th on their Olight fall sale. Love this little EDC light. This is my new EDC right here. All right, so this one is the Perun 3. This is the sequel, obviously, to the Perun 2. And it has and I'm not joking about this, 3,000 lumen max on this. You can see that switch. Let's put it down here. You can see that switch on there. It's a nice dome switch with a blue shiny bezel around it, but it's got that 90-degree angle look to it. That's really neat. So you click that open and turn it on, and it's got that really awesome, nice ergonomics to where it fits right where your thumb is at. It's just really nice, got great ergonomics. You've got a 3000, of course, 3000 lumen max, and if you want to see what that looks like, we're going to show you here in that auditorium, that dark auditorium. You can see that bad boy gets super bright, and of course, you can have 3000 lumens max on this. You've also got a red light on here that's actually at 60 lumens. This has a 20-day runtime on the Moonlight 1 lumen setting, so 20 days on the lowest setting. The white light throw is only 160 meters, but that's still 524 feet, so really good throw on this. The cool thing about this is they send this to you. Of course, this is all aluminum, and it's got this wicked, nice little grip here, but they send this head, this really nice, actually, head lamp deal, and I have not fit this to my head yet, but I'm going to just show you the clamp. So you've got a steel clamp right here. You just take the light right here and you snap it into place right there, and then you can wear it just like this. It's got a nice cross. I'm going to put it over just a little bit like that, but you've got a nice cross hatch thing, and I don't have it tightened up, but you can see that's actually pretty neat. So for adventurers and whatnot, you've got a right angle thing right here, and it works out really well. The head mount is provided with this light, and it is about this is the longest light and you can actually just remove them really easily like that. This is the longest light that we're reviewing today at 4.59 inches. It's a 1.1 inches wide. It's only 5.29 ounces. It does get a little heavy on that head grip thing, but if you can see here on the video, you've got some nice rubberized, clear rubberized things to make it stay in place, and it's actually very comfortable. And so this part right here, this plastic part, is actually curved to your forehead. So they really thought that design out. I really appreciate that. It's got a 5,000 milliamp hour battery inside of it, so it's going to have a good run time, and it's got IPX68 2-meter waterproof submerge resistance. And then, of course, you've got the 1.5 meter drop testing. The MSRP on this one is $89.99, but it's going to be $69.99 in the sale. So this is the Perun 3, and this is from Olight. I really dig this one as well. It reminds me of kind of the moon, what we call the moonbeams in the Marines. The right angle, big old OD right angle flashlights. And so really enjoy that. This one doesn't have as many indicators or features on it, and I'm not overly fond of the texture here, but it does what it says it's going to do. And you've got, of course, magnetic charging here on the end, and it is just a fantastic light, especially if you're an adventurer. Now, the last light we're going to talk about has actually been in the video the entire time, right there. Let's check it out. So this is the Olight sphere. This is in the O-bulb line. And what you've got here is a sphere. It's a ball light is what it is. It is part of the O-bulb family, and a lot of you seemed very familiar with the O-bulb kind of market line. This has got a 75 lumen light on the inside. It's 40 hours runtime on low. But what you do here, it's got a 700 milliamp hour battery inside, and it does recharge the same way that all the other lights do, with the same charger and everything. But what you've got is 20 different lighting modes. And so I'll show you here on the camera, but you just tap through these and you get kind of the energy field version there. You get kind of the popcorn fireworks looking thing right here. You got, let me see if I can ramp up the brightness. Okay. So that is as bright as it gets. So you press and hold for stepless lighting, and it goes up and it comes back down. You can actually press and hold up and then press and hold down, and it's really, really quite interesting. My boys have been playing with this and they love this. This is the RGB setting. Of course, this is your regular night light setting, and if you wanted to bring that down, you could bring that down to very low. You can barely see that, but it's actually very low. And so this would actually be really good for just a night light. It's got this polycarbonate, really hard, thick polycarbonate, clear polycarbonate on the outside, which is kind of a bezel ring here on the outside that says Olight on one side, sphere on the other. And of course, it's magnetic base. It's got this full sphere design. This is IP56 dust proof and waterproof, so it does not, you don't want to throw this in the pool, you don't want to play with this in the pool or anything like that, although having a ball that lights up would be really fun to play with in the pool. But it's also 1.5 meter impact resistant as well. And of course this retails for $19.99, and you can and you've got a red light here. You can actually use this as a signal light. So just keeping something like this in your glove box or whatever, and then ramping up the brightness if you wanted to do that. You can actually use it as a signal light. Now, one extra thing about this is that Olight provides a Google, an Android, and Apple app to go along with this. And so you can further customize the lighting modes. You can mess around with it. You can even further customize this by connecting it to Bluetooth. And so that's the Olight Sphere. Really, really neat little thing at 20 bucks. Here's the only catch to this one. You have to log into their app to buy this light. They really want you to push you towards the app, and they really want to push the app. And I think it's really neat. I'm going to really enjoy this, and I think I'm going to buy just a few more of these so that I have some different lights around the house. This would be great as a night light with a 40-hour runtime on low. This would be an excellent little night light. And what you can do is you can put them on the charger so that they fit on the magnetic charger like this, and then you can just charge them that way, and they still sit up like that. And so you could have it on the charger all the time, and then when you need a light, you can just grab it. And it's actually very neat. All right, so just a reminder, if you want to be entered in that giveaway for this light right here, the Arkfeld Pro from Olight, in the Pause edition, we're going to be giving this one away on the channel to free shipping to the lower 48 states. If you live internationally, don't worry about it. You can give me a couple of bucks and I will send this to you for free. So make sure you enter. All you got to do, like and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. Doesn't cost you anything. Liking also does not cost you anything, but it actually really propels a lot of people towards our videos. And so really appreciate that. And then comment below. I have to have your comment. You cannot enter without a comment, and you cannot enter on anything else but this video. So don't try to comment on another video entering the giveaway for this video. So don't do that. I'm not gonna allow that. But I will choose one comment at random, and we will do that. I don't know when we're gonna do that, but I'll probably do that by October 1st. And so you've got about 15 days or so to get on this. And so if you're seeing this, make sure you go check out the Olight sale that's happening today, September 16th through the 20th. And as always, I appreciate Olight so much for sending me the Baton Turbo, the Perun 3, the Arkfeld Pro, and of course, this little guy, the Sphere. Really appreciate them doing that. And I appreciate you. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you watching the live stream. We live stream. I do car line conversations from my car, absolutely, every Friday at 2 p.m. Central Time. So if you want to get on there and ask me a bunch of questions or harass me or whatever, we can get on there and have some fun. It's a lot of fun. I've actually really, really enjoyed it, and it's been going really well. I say all that to say that, again, I want to put the offer out there at the end of the video. If you want to talk about religious topics, if you want to talk about Jesus, if you want to talk about biblical topics, Bible topics, please give me a direct message, send me an email. The email's on my channel description. It's on the channel page. And so just check that out. Really appreciate you and appreciate so much you paying attention and staying to the end of the video. If you stayed until the end of the video, tell me, what is your favorite Dragon Ball Z character? Tell me which one is your Dragon. I'm such a nerd. I'm such a nerd. Tell me what favorite character is your Dragon Ball Z character. There you go. I know the real ones if I see the Dragon Ball Z comments. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your week, and God bless you.